Hi, Achim here from InnerSpace Explorers. I get a lot of questions, emails on Facebook, obviously in the video comments, and I rarely have the time to answer all of these. It's one of the reasons I have the Patreon channel, because they have the time, and it's a smaller group, and we can discuss things a little bit more in depth. But there's a couple of questions that come up again and again and again and again. So my frequently asked questions, and I thought it's probably nice to make a video or a couple of videos answering these questions that pop up all the time. And so I want to start today with this. So one of the most asked questions is, what was your deepest dive? I don't know why this is important, but it keeps coming. And so yeah, here we go. The deepest one, the deepest I've been underwater, so to speak, was during my brief commercial career, and it was a little bit over 300 meters. So 302, something like that. So around about 300 meters. The deepest dive as a diver in the water, not with an umbilical or in a bell or anything like that, was 167 meters. And that was in front. That could be a nice video for the fail section, because I mean, it was not a fail, but something I wouldn't do today. It's a long time ago. It was in '96, so it was in front of Dubrovnik, and that's former Yugoslavia, and there was a rumor going on that there's a submarine for a wreck, a U-boat wreck, and one of these rumors. And a friend of mine and myself, we've been looking for this wreck for quite a while, and while we've been looking for that wreck that we never found, so probably there's no submarine there anyway, we ran across a bigger wreck, and it was in 170 meters, 72 meters, something like that. And it looked big, and it looked very intact on the side scan sonar, and so we were like, we need to dive this thing. So today I would actually take an ROV and have a hot tea sitting on the boat, and I would enjoy that perfectly. But back then I was like, okay, we need to dive this, and that was obviously quite a bit outside of what we normally did. So yeah, there was a lot of planning done, and then in 1996 we finally did it. And I can remember a set of double 20s filled to 300 bars. With some weird mix. I actually can't remember. I looked in front of that video before I started this video. I looked a little bit, but I couldn't find anything. I wrote an article for a magazine back then, which I'll put a couple of pictures in behind that video. And yeah, tons of stages. And obviously that was before my DIR times, so this whole stage handling thing was pretty interesting, using an Aquacept scooter which performed perfectly, and some of that gas was staged by a support diver while we were on the dive. So yeah. In the end it all went wrong, so we did 10 minutes on the wreck with the scooters. The wreck reminded me a lot on the Sisselgorm, so it was a freighter. It was obviously from World War II, and it was packed with stuff. So if that wreck would have been in more shallow water, it would have been a diver's dream. As I said, like Thistlegorm, there was a lot of military stuff, vehicles and cargo. I mean, just flying over it and having a bit of a look in these cargo holds. Awesome, 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 awesome. But yeah, due to gas and time restrictions, it was a short dive. So we basically just ran over it once, and then already started the ascent back to the line that we sent, and there was a light, strobe light attached to that line, so we found it easily, and then we made our ascent. And then yeah, there was the staged cylinders, and everything went well. Decompression went fine. It was a really, really long dive. I think it was 6.5 hours or something like that. And that was my deepest dive, and most probably one of the more stupid ones. Also, everything went well. I mean, to be honest, from the knowledge we had back then, or I had back then, It was executed quite fine. There was no issues at all. The equipment was doing fine. Gas was fine. Everything went well. No trouble whatsoever. But obviously today you would never do one of these dive like that, open circuit, complete nonsense. And same goes for this decompression strategy with the part of the shallow decompression gas is still on the boat when you jump for the dive, and then staged there by other divers, and boom, terrible. But yeah, the good old times, so to speak. So I hope that answers this question. Yeah, the next one was why I prefer to dive alone. That will be another video, and most probably next weekend. So stay safe. Hope you enjoy the content. So if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next week. Stay safe. Bye-bye.